Okay, guys, welcome to the holiday card workshop today here at Thanks.io. This is going to be quick, probably spend 5 to 15, well, not 5, but 15 minutes or so, just getting a quick holiday card out just to show you how easy it is to do in the system here at Thanks.io. We are using the new school webinar platform, so it's a little bit new for me. So just bear with me, ask any questions you might have, and I'll be sure to answer them to the best of my ability using this new platform. So here we go. Up on the screen, I kind of have the steps to building a holiday card with Thanks.io. We're going to get our list ready. We're going to design the image. We're going to write our message, and we're going to push send on the card. And I was going to have some notes here on this quick, simple doc about why we would want to send the holiday cards, but it's almost very obvious, right? We just want to stay in touch with the people who we care about, but also in the business context that we are in here at Thanks.io. We want to make sure that people remember us and our business, and a nice holiday card is a good way to do that. Now, some people say, just a little pointer, a lot of people are going to be getting these, so you're going to want to kind of do it in a way that helps you stand out from the crowd. I know some people like to send these earlier than Christmas or New Year's, or even a little bit later to stand out a little bit. But basically, we don't want to overthink this. We just want to get something out, and it's a nice way to touch people and stay in touch year after year. So let's go ahead now into the Thanks.io platform. And the first thing we're going to do, of course, is we're going to need to have our list ready. And if you're sending people cards and you're an active user of the system, you probably already have your customers in the system somewhere. You might have lead generation lists. We have a ton of lists in here. Or you might have lists of people who have done things with you. For example, we have right here our sample requests. We've had 11,000 in there. I don't think I'm going to send 11,000 cards, but just to give you an idea, you could come grab an existing list, or you can say, you know what, let me find the people who have done the most business with us and upload them here. And we have a list of people who've sent a certain threshold of stuff with us in our system that I'm going to send cards to today. We have about 200 who have reached that threshold, and we automatically inject them into a Thanks.io mailing list every time they do that. So that's the first step. Get your list in. I'm not really going to be able to show you how to do that in your situation, other than to say, if you want us to upload the list for you, just chat us or email support at Thanks.io. We'll get it in. But you're basically going to get your CSV file together. You're going to click upload mailing list, and you're going to pull it in just like that. Very, very easy to do here. Just pull your CSV file in. Okay, so that's first step one. Pretty obvious. Get your list ready who you're going to send cards to. I know who my list is for the purposes of the demo today. Next, we're going to do is we're going to design our card image. So this can be very, very simple. If you just want to use the base branding, you can get away with doing that. We like to do things as essentialist and efficiently as possible sometimes here. And this can be done, this whole thing can be done, like I said, in less than 15 minutes. So you could just use the default branding builder in Thanks.io, and you could use our note card option to just send your logo with a nice message. So I'm going to do it the simple way like that first, but then I'm going to show you how to make an actual kind of Christmas card or Happy New Year's card with a more complex design if you want to. So assuming you have your branding builder built, I just clicked on branding builder over here. It'll have your picture, your logo. I don't have a picture on mine, but it'll kind of just be there and ready to go. Then all I need to do is now go and write a message for a nice Christmas card or note card. So I'm going to come over to the message templates right here. I'm going to click add message. I'm going to choose note card like so. And I'm going to call this Christmas or holiday 2025. I'll give it a name. I can choose my handwriting font. I can choose my color. I think I'm going to leave realism mode off when I send this, but I'll show this for anybody who's not familiar with it. You can actually put random crossouts and stuff in here. And then I can say, hi, first name. Just wanted to wish you and yours a happy holiday season. We really appreciate your business over the past year. Please don't hesitate to reach out if there's anything we can help with. We can help with going into 2026. Going into 2026. Now, obviously, you're going to write your own messaging. This is something you might say. You can make this about business or not. You could just say, just wanted to wish you and yours a happy holiday season. It's a nice to do that. Or you can have a little more of a call to action. Do as little or as much as you want. But you can see here, my message is now written over here. Just want to wish you and yours. You can see the cross outs appearing right there. I'm probably, for this context for the holiday, I'm not going to do cross outs. They're kind of fun in a lead generation scenario, but I just want to show you guys that. So I took the cross outs off. And then we just do, I would sign this Ryan. When we actually do this, the Thanks.io team will probably have a different branding here. It won't be from me, it'll be from all the co-founders here. But just to give you an idea, it looks like that. And then the top white part of the card is blank. And then the outer panel of the card would just be your logo. So I have, if you're looking at my camera, I kind of have my folded card here. This is the type that we're sending. So it'll just come in a nice little envelope. I've ripped this one open. And then, it'll have your logo on the outside and just a quick, simple message. This is the bare bones minimum. Don't pull your hair out with any kind of design kind of approach. And it just gets the job done, right? So if I do that, I'll just do it right now. And then we're going to circle back and get a little more complex with this. But if I do that, I can now just go into our step-by-step wizard. And I could say, okay, I've got my note card. I want to send my simple image with my logo. This is the brand building logo. It just has my logo on it right there. So I just chose that from the list. I want to send that last message I wrote, holiday 2025. It should be sitting right up there for me. Right? Nice little message. Continue. And then I would just choose my existing list here. I have my threshold people right here. Save and continue. I do not want append or current resident. And now I can get this out the door in under 10 minutes as I talk here in our little workshop today. So this is the bare bones. You kind of see what we did. Just to recap, we got a list in the system. It's always the same with Thanks.io. We have some kind of list, contact data. We have an image and a message template. Now, I did say that I was going to go pretty quickly on that and then get a little more complex. And I think most people watching this will be like, yeah, but I want to send a picture, right? I want to send a picture of my team. I want it to be holiday themed or whatever it might be. So what you can do is you can control the outside of the card right here. So this is just one I had sitting on my desk. It's one that we're using for internal demand generation. But this is a design that we made, an image that we made that we place on the top of the card. So if I want to go and make a Christmas themed image, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into image templates right here. I'm not going to use my branding builder. And we have a ton in here, guys. So your account won't look like this. I kind of have to scroll back. This is due for a clean out eventually. It's been the same account for 7-8 years. But I'm going to go down to my note card section. Here it is. Right here. And then you see we have our design in Canva, or we have our upload and note, and you can upload any image you want. But if you do the design in Canva, click OK. It'll load up the template right here that I can pull into my Thanks account and open it in Editor. So what that basically did was give me the sizing that I need in order to build the right size image, right? So it's kind of giving me guidance right here and showing me that I kind of want to keep everything inside of this blue and red is what it's doing. So what I'm going to do is I'm now going to go to Elements and Graphics, and I'm just going to make my card. So this is Canva Design 101, right? I think most people watching have messed around with Canva, but I could do something like Christmas tree. Okay. And you see the gray and stuff underneath? I'm going to get rid of that, but it's there as a guide for now, right? So I'm eventually going to do that and delete all this, Control Z. But for now, I'm just getting the stuff that I want in. I'll get a text block right here. Okay, happy holidays from the thanks.io team. I might want to get our logo on there, so I'll copy an image from my website. I just right-clicked and hit copy. And I don't want to bore you guys with the gory details of making a Canva image because I think most people know how to do that. But I'm just showing you this to show you that, you can design pretty much whatever you want for the image. And the thing to keep in mind is that you just want to keep everything in that cut line right there, so that it doesn't run too far over and it prints nicely. So I can kind of stay in my gray like so. And then let's see if I can find something fun. Woman opening a letter. You can have lots of fun with this. Of course, you could upload your own picture of yourself or your team, whatever it might be. Oh, I don't have, here, we'll do that. Okay. And now what I'll do is I'll get rid of this background image here. And you can see, I could probably just turn these a different color. See the colors up top? I wonder, I've never done it that way. No, I'm just gonna get rid of the background image. Boink, like that. And it's sort of respecting the outer layer, or you could just get rid of that from the start and just eyeball it and know that you want to keep it in the outer layer. So once I have what I want, this is cheesy, and I would spend more time on it, making it a little less cheesy. But basic design, all I'm going to do is I'm going to click share right here, and I'm going to download this to my computer. So I'll give it a name, thanks.io card image, and then share, and then download right here. And now that it's downloaded, I can come back into the thanks.io system, back to my note card section, which, again, I got to clean this out. But I'll come back in here, and then I'll just upload my note card or gift card right here. So if you just wanted to not use Canva and upload it from the start, you'll see here that you do have file dimensions. If you have a designer doing this for you, when you click the upload, you can see those right there. And you can download a PSD template. But I think most people find Canva's the easiest way to go with this stuff, right? So download. Bear with me, sorry. thanks.io card image. Didn't I download this? Download. There we go. And then there we go. Maybe I didn't download it. There we go. And then hit open. Christmas card. Image. Save. Okay. And there you go. You see, because I respected the cut lines, it's nice inside the purple and the oranges right there. It's going to be nice. I just click update. Oops, I don't have to click update. I click the X up at the top and it goes away. And then it'll be sitting there in my images section where I need to scroll past all my mess. You guys will not have this mess because, yeah, you won't. But you can see I have my Christmas card image is the name of that. It's sitting in the system. And then again, now all I need to do if I want to use that image is I just go step-by-step wizard. Again, I pick my note card since that was the sending type. And then it should be the first one sitting there for me because it's the most recent that I built. Continue. Get my message template. Right. Then continue. And then choose my existing list. I will mention it if you did want to just send this to one person, one off, you could just add one address. So you might have a holiday card template in the system ready to go that you just grab this way and you can send it to one or two people, manually add addresses if you want. Or you could directly upload the CSV file here. I just like to have it already preloaded in. And then I would grab, again, the list and I would push send and it would go out. So that's if you want to send a simple note card style Christmas card. Pretty easy to do. If it's a longer message, it will take up both panels. See the white right up here? It's blank right now. But if I did write a longer message, it would have taken up more of the panels. So a few other things. We will get questions. People will ask, well, can I do anything on the inside of the card? On this part with the handwriting? And the answer is yes, you can. Just requires a little bit more design finagling. So if we come back into our holiday card right here, you'll notice that you have a custom message background option where you can design the whole back panel of this thing. And you just have to upload an image that's 1650 by 2475. And be mindful of the fact that the text, you don't want the text to be hidden by whatever you put in the background. For my money, this is overcomplicating things. You might think it's cool and fun to have extra stuff in the top here, and maybe you want it to be so because you just want it to be so, and we have the flexibility to do that. But I would argue that just doing a custom image the way I did on the outer panel and then or just using your branding gets you 90%, 95% of the way there with what we're trying to accomplish by sending the cards. And that is just to put something physical and personal, in the hands of our best customers or the people we want to get this card. So uh, that's that. But I just want to mention that you can do it if you want to, and our team will help you if you're on our business plan and you just need to have that done. We'll help you design that sort of stuff. Um, so that's the note cards. You might decide that you want to send somebody a gift using our platform. We might have some really cool stuff coming. It won't be done in time for Christmas, but for next Christmas. But we might have more gifting options. But right now, just to tease that, but right now you can send gift cards. So say you needed a gift for a nephew or somebody you don't see that often, but you need to get them out something, right? So you could just send a gift card. You just click the type that you want. You click the value that you want to send. And remember, on our business plan, you're not going to pay for this until the person scans to redeem it, if that matters to you. So if you wanted to send your top 100 customers, a $10 Starbucks gift card, or maybe you want to send them movie tickets. We have Fandango in here, I believe, and Cinemark. Regal's in here. We have some restaurants. We have Bass Pro Shops. Lots of options that are relevant for Christmas. Even just a Target gift card. I would rather get something like more specific, like Papa John's, a pizza, or something like that. Oh, we have Omaha Steaks. I didn't know that. Yeah, so you can send a gift card in here, and it works much the same way. You're just choosing the gift card option, and then you're simply choosing the gift card and then writing your message, and the rest works the same. The outer panel would have whatever you design, the logo or whatever you design on the outside. So that's note cards and gift cards. You could, if you want to, do exactly the same thing I just mentioned with a postcard or a letter. We just know that Christmas cards are typically going to be like this. But if you wanted to send a postcard because it's more effective, or you're sending to a whole bunch of people, it looks much the same way. Again, you're just going to click image templates here, and then you're going to upload the design or design in Canva. You could use our dynamic image builder. You could. It might be interesting for those of you who sell real estate or do mortgage or something. So you could say, happy holidays, and then put a Christmas tree on the front lawn of their house. Now I've got to do it, don't I? All right, I'm going to do it real quick. So the way to do that is I need an 1875 by 1275. We have time, right? 1875 by 1275 here in Canva. Here, I'm going to do it real quick. And guys, we don't have a lot of people here. I was really late getting the email out today, but I wanted to get this presentation recorded. But for those of you watching, if you have any questions, just feel free to chime in, and I'll answer them here live. But I'm going to create a new design. I picked the wrong one, as I will do when doing things live. So 1875 by 1275 is my image. And then elements. Can I do a funny Santa Claus? They have let me see, funny Santa Claus. Let's see, okay. All right. Here we go. Is this not cool anymore? Should I have them say 6'7" or something? Here we go. This was like 5 years ago, right? Kids were doing this. But there we go. We'll put Santa Claus on the front lawn. Let's put a Christmas tree. You got it. This will make sense in a minute. Okay. And then I'm going to holiday overlay. Important step here. This needs to have a transparent background. So when I download it, I'm choosing transparent background. And I'll have the punchline ready for you guys in a minute. It looks like nothing right now, but I've done this with a transparent background. And then in our dynamic builder, I have Street View chosen, and then I'm going to upload my overlay image URL right here with the transparent background. And then I'm going to generate my preview like so. Holiday overlay. So now, it kind of worked out good. So I didn't even think, depending on what template you use, you're going to want to put these elements in a certain spot. I'll explain that here in a second. But they're going to get a postcard with a Christmas tree and Santa Claus doing, I forget what this thing is called, on their front lawn, but it's going to be their house. So it'll be kind of fun and interesting. And again, the postcards are going to be a little more cost effective than our note cards. And I've intentionally left the QR code off. So if I do the QR code, and I don't know that you could, like if you're in real estate and you want to do the check your home value messaging, you could put a QR code on there and make it a little bit about business if you want. So scan the QR code or just leave it off on this side. And you'll see now it covers Santa. So you kind of want to adjust which of the templates here you want to use so that it fits with the QR code, or you go back into Canva and kind of move things around, right? So happy holidays to see what your house is worth. For now, for the stuff what your house is worth now, scan the QR code, right? Something like that. If you want to make it about business, and I have no opinions on that either way. If you do it in a fun way, I think you get away with making a call to action. You're spending money to get the card out, but for your top people, the ones you really want to kind of stay in touch with, your best customers, you can keep that a little more personal and just about the note. But if you're sending to your list of 2,000 people who you may not know that well, get the happy holidays out with Santa Claus doing this thing on the lawn with the Christmas tree right there. So yeah, that's how you would do a postcard in the system. Last thing I'll mention is how to automate this every year so that it really doesn't take any work at all after the first year. So what you could do is you could maintain the list in Thanks.io of your best customers. And the way we get ours on here is basically we have an automation that runs based on people who do a lot with us. We can manually add people to it, but throughout the year, some people get added to our hot list or whatever what do they call it, like your top 150 or whatever. And you could do that throughout the year. So your CRM would push your best customers in, or anybody you do a deal with gets pushed onto this higher end list. Maybe you have a second list that's like the one that gets the postcards. And then you can have an automation in Thanks.io that says, okay, every Christmas, Thanks.io, we're going to add a new campaign option. We're going to start down here at the bottom. Every holiday, Christmas, New Year's, right? Whatever holiday you choose. So let's do New Year's. I know not everybody celebrates Christmas. I'm kind of using the Christmas example, but maybe you just do every New Year's Day. We're going to send the postcard with the flossing Santa, which I didn't save on the last page. I hate when I do that because it's not even going to be in there anymore. What a bummer. But I'm going to send I'm going to send the Christmas Santa postcard. I always do the preview and then I forget to save the thing. I got to talk to Walt and Justin about that. It's like a UI thing that I think other people struggle with too. But I forgot to save it. And then I'm going to send my message. But basically, I'm going to tell Thanks.io that every year, 10 days before New Year's, just mail this postcard. And the same postcard will go out every year. But I could be fine, right? It's something you won't forget to do. It's an automation. It's a system in your business just to make that touch around the holidays for people. And honestly, most people aren't going to remember that you sent them the same card last year. And even if they do, at least you sent it, right? So that's that. So you can automate your holiday card sending as well with Thanks.io. So I think I covered most of the main use cases. Just to recap, get your list of people into the system, whether it's via an automation with your CRM or just manually uploading. You're going to build your image and message templates. You can just go simply with your logo, totally fine, using the branding builder and skip that image step, or you can get a little fancy as I did. You're going to have your base messaging in the system. You're going to decide whether or not you want to send a note card, a gift card with a gift, or a postcard. I don't think letters make sense for the holidays, but maybe they do for you. You're going to get that all saved in here. And then when you're ready to send, you're either going to just use the campaign automation, or more likely you're going to go through the step-by-step wizard and get these things out. And like I said, it can happen. If you came to me or we needed to meet over Calendly or something, and we wanted to do this together, as you saw me do here, we'd be done in 15 minutes. There's really not a lot of complexity here. It's just a matter of figuring out what design you want on the cards. So anybody have any questions or comments? I see a comment coming in. The airing of grievances letter for the Seinfeld. I don't know that one. I did watch Seinfeld, but I forget. Eric, you'll have to put the airing of grievances letter as a template in the Thanks.io system for everybody to use now that you've opened that can of worms. I'm sure it's a George thing by the way it sounds, but I'm just forgetting what it is. Does anybody else have any questions or comments about this? I see a couple of people came in late. Sorry for that, but we will have the recording posted into the school group so you can watch what I just did. And basically, if you want us to do this for you, we don't mind. It could, because it is so easy as well. Just have your Thanks.io account, your business account going. Oh, the Festivus stuff. Yeah. Okay, and it was part of Festivus? Yeah. But yeah, just have your account info ready. Make sure you do the branding builder step, and we can either get on a one-on-one or you can just send us your list and say, "Hey guys, I need a Christmas card sent out to this list," and we'll get it working for you, and then run it by you before we send it and get it out. But definitely, a good thing to do here, I would argue, make some kind of contact with your people at the holidays if you can. It's not super expensive, especially if you're just limiting it to the few hundred people or so who you want to make sure they're not forgetting about you. Really good way to do it. If you have the budget, send them a gift card. It really makes a nice, warm, and fuzzy feeling. A lot of times the gift cards don't get redeemed, so we're only at about a 32 to 35% redemption rate. Maybe around the holidays it'll be higher. But if you want to make that gesture, you can do that with gift cards, or just have fun with it and throw Santa Claus on the front lawn, as I showed you here. So that's about it. I won't keep you guys much longer. Thank you for those of you who were able to hop on today. We are going to be doing in the school group. Let me show that. Uh, my goal is to at least 2 to 3 times a week get on with something live like this, even if it's just to come and take Q&A and help anybody who wants help with Thanks.io out. We'll be live, myself, members of the team. And then in the meantime, if you have any questions about how to use the platform, or if you just need inspiration for how to integrate direct mail into what you're already doing, we're posting lots of content here in the feed, and you'll see that we have a classroom that's being built out. We have some stuff for real estate. One of our, affiliate marketing is getting going. Some stuff in here you can check out, or just the basics, and then keep an eye on the calendar of events. So that's about it. If you need help getting those Christmas cards out, just don't be shy. Let us know. We have the live chat on the website, or you can ask me or Eric in the Pay Per Clickers group. All right, thanks, guys. Talk soon.